Today, we're setting sail on a treacherous journey to explore the thrilling and dangerous lives of pirates. Get ready for a wild ride filled with sex, murder, and lots of rum.
Aye, the rum too!
Pirates have captured our imaginations for centuries, and for good reason. They were the rebels of the high seas, defying authority and living life on their own terms. But what exactly made these swashbucklers so intriguing? Well, for starters, pirates were known for their ruthless and often violent ways. They didn't hesitate to engage in bloody battles, plundering and pillaging their way through the Caribbean and beyond. Their reputation for murder and mayhem struck fear into the hearts of sailors and coastal communities alike. But it wasn't all about violence. Pirates were also notorious for their love of treasure. They would go to great lengths to find hidden riches, burying their loot on remote islands and leaving behind mysterious maps for future adventurers to discover. So why is all of this important or interesting? Well, understanding the lives of pirates gives us a glimpse into a fascinating and often overlooked chapter of history. It shows us the darker side of human nature, the allure of rebellion, and the lengths people will go to in search of freedom and fortune. In the vast expanse of the world's oceans, a group of individuals emerged who would forever leave their mark on history. These individuals were pirates, notorious for their daring exploits, ruthless nature, and insatiable thirst for adventure. Pirates, as we know them, first emerged during the golden age of piracy, which spanned roughly from the late 17th century to the early 18th century. This era was characterized by a surge in piracy activities, particularly in the Caribbean and along the Atlantic coast. For many, the life of a pirate offered an escape from the constraints of society. It was a chance to live by their own rules, free from the shackles of authority. However, this freedom came at a price. Pirates faced constant danger, not only from naval forces and rival pirates, but also from the treacherous nature of the sea itself. One of the biggest obstacles pirates encountered was the need for resources. To sustain their lifestyle, pirates relied heavily on plundering merchant ships and coastal towns. This often led to violent encounters, as pirates were not afraid to use force to get what they wanted. Murder and bloodshed were not uncommon in the pirate world. But it wasn't all violence and chaos. Pirates also had their own unique social structures and codes of conduct. They formed close-knit communities, electing their own leaders and establishing democratic systems. They even had their own set of rules and regulations, known as the Pirate Code, which governed their behavior and ensured a sense of order within their ranks. Through stories of their adventures and encounters, we'll gain a deeper understanding of the challenges and opportunities they faced and the lasting impact they left on history. While piracy was undoubtedly a violent and dangerous way of life, it is important to consider the factors that led individuals to become pirates. Many pirates were former sailors who had experienced harsh conditions and mistreatment aboard merchant ships. They saw piracy as a means of escaping the oppressive hierarchy and unfair treatment they faced. In a way, piracy was a form of rebellion against the established order. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that not all pirates were bloodthirsty criminals. Some pirates operated under a code of conduct that prohibited unnecessary violence and cruelty. They saw themselves as a community, bound by a shared sense of camaraderie and loyalty. In fact, some pirates even established democratic systems on their ships, where decisions were made collectively and everyone had a voice. The issue of sex and gender in piracy is also worth exploring. While the popular image of a pirate is often male, some female pirates defied societal norms and took to the seas. Women like Anne Bonny and Mary Read proved themselves to be just as capable and ruthless as their male counterparts. Their stories challenge traditional gender roles and highlight the resilience and strength of women in a male-dominated world. And let's not forget about the rum.
But why is the rum gone?
Pirates were notorious for their love of alcohol, especially rum. It was said that they would drink copious amounts of this fiery spirit to drown their sorrows and boost their courage before heading into battle. Rum not only provided a means of escape from the harsh realities of their lives, but also served as a form of currency and a way to boost morale during long voyages. Here is a list of some of the most notorious pirates of all time. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, was notorious for his terrifying appearance, which he crafted to intimidate his enemies. He would weave hemp and slow-burning matches into his beard and light them during battles to appear demonic, with smoke billowing around his face. This psychological tactic worked effectively, making many merchant crews surrender without a fight. Grace O'Malley was a 16th century Irish noblewoman who turned to piracy after her husband's death. She commanded a fleet of ships and hundreds of men, and her pirate career included fighting against the English forces. O'Malley even negotiated directly with Queen Elizabeth I, securing the release of her captured family members and continuing her piracy with the Queen's tacit approval. Bartholomew Roberts, known as Black Bart, was perhaps the most successful pirate of the Golden Age, capturing over 400 ships. He was also known for his strict pirate code, which included articles such as no gambling on board, lights out at 8 p.m., and fair division of plunder. His discipline helped maintain order and loyalty among his crew. Often dubbed the King of Pirates, Henry Every conducted one of the most profitable pirate heists in 1695. His crew captured the Ganj-i-Sawai, a treasure-laden ship belonging to the Mughal Emperor of India. This heist netted a fortune equivalent to millions of dollars today and caused a diplomatic crisis between England and India. Anne Bonny and Mary Read were two of the most famous female pirates, known for their fierce temper and combat skills. They both operated in the Caribbean during the early 18th century and were members of Calico Jack's pirate crew. Unusually for women of their time, they engaged in combat alongside male pirates and were respected for their prowess. Captured together, they both claimed pregnancy to avoid execution, with Mary Read dying in prison and Anne Bonny's fate remaining a mystery. Ching Shi was one of the most powerful and successful pirates in history, commanding a fleet of hundreds of ships manned by 20,000 to 40,000 pirates. After the death of her husband, she took over his piracy enterprise in the early 19th century along the coast of China. She established a strict code of laws and even negotiated her retirement with the Chinese government, keeping her loot and receiving amnesty for her fleet. Of course, it is important to remember that piracy was not without its consequences. Innocent lives were lost, and coastal communities lived in fear of pirate attacks. Governments and naval forces around the world worked tirelessly to combat piracy and protect their interests. The fight against piracy continues to this day, with modern-day pirates posing a threat to global trade and maritime security. As we reflect on the legacy of piracy, it is crucial to approach the topic with a critical eye. While piracy may seem glamorous in popular culture, it is important to acknowledge the harm and suffering it caused. By examining the different aspects and perspectives of piracy, we gain a more nuanced understanding of this complex phenomenon. What are your thoughts on piracy? Do you think there were any justifiable reasons for individuals to become pirates? Share your insights and join the discussion in the comments below. I encourage you to continue exploring the world of pirates and engage in further discussions. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who may find it interesting. Let's keep the conversation going and delve deeper into the fascinating world of history. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.